times that you are not just emotionally unvalidated or invalidated, but you feel that even if they validate what you are saying, you feel that they don't appreciate it. If you are one person who always struggles with that feeling of appreciation, if you are one person who desires to be appreciated even for the little things that you do contribute and share, if you are one person who is also helping an individual, a client, a child, a friend, or someone who struggles with the idea of, am I supposed to be feeling bad because I feel unappreciated? Am I really unappreciated? Or this is just an emotional concern that is isolated? Then this episode is perfect for you. Welcome to day 71 of our 100 days mastery challenge here in my YouTube channel. This is Master Coach A, tuning in, hopping in, inviting all of you to our 100 days life coaching toolkit mastery challenge, and I'm coming in all the way from Pick Up Coffee Republic. We are coming in. I am coming in live from our coaching hub. Yes, I am coming all the way from the Philippines, and this is Pick Up Coffee Republic, the home of professional certified life coaches here in the Philippines. So if you are within the area right now, we're coming in live, and if you just want to pick, you just want to have a conversation, we are still here, and you can just say hello and have a conversations about this particular thing that many of us is challenged. How many of you here wants to feel appreciated? Hands up. Yes, yes. It's okay. You can share your thoughts. You can share your voices. Okay. Who wants to feel appreciated? Yes. Okay, if you are joining us live right now, good evening everyone, all across the board, all across the border, all across the world, all across the Philippines, wherever you're coming in right now at this particular moment, I want you to give me A. Okay, letter A in the comment if you are one person who wants to feel appreciated. If you want that letter A to be part of a lifestyle, it means that you can appreciate people, you can express appreciation, and you are willing to accept appreciation. Now, how many of you here wants and willing to accept appreciation? A. A. Hashtag A. But here's the thing. How many of you here realize that oftentimes when you are being appreciated, you feel shy? Yeah. Nah. Yes, you pull back. And you feel that you don't deserve it. You feel that, oops, is it true? Is it real? Or it is just like, a compliment that needs to be given to me at that moment of time? How many of you here realize that every single day you can feel unappreciated at work, at home, and within valuable relationships that you have? Today's featured toolkit is about overcoming unappreciation. And if you are one person and you're coming in live right now, I encourage you to snag the toolkit for free for a limited time offer. Download it and let me know in the comment, what do you think about the toolkit? The toolkits will enable you, and of course you, to help your clients to walk through the areas where you feel unappreciated, or at least recognize the signs that you are feeling unappreciated. Let me again say that. The signs that you're feeling unappreciated. Because oftentimes, okay, hands up, you deny that you're feeling the unappreciation. You deny that you are hurt. You deny that you are uncomfortable. You deny that the emotional invalidation that you are receiving is actually hitting you sometimes rock bottom. Do I get a yes? Yes. Yes. Confirm. Okay, if you are here, shout out. Okay, let's give a shout out to Coach Lynn Garcia. Yay! Okay, to everyone in the house. Yay! We're here. So it's a beautiful, beautiful crossover. I think it's already midnight, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of day 71. Know that you are appreciated. So everyone, put it in the chat box, put it in a comment, I am appreciated. Come on, type in there, I am appreciated. I am appreciated. Okay? So we're gonna move now to identifying the signs that you're feeling unappreciated. So if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Okay, we are now on day 71. This is a 100 days runway to Life Coaching Toolkit Mastery Challenge. So there's going to be 29 more days. So at the end of the year, okay, December 31, we will be able to complete the 100 days challenge. But right now on day 71, I want you to start appreciating yourself and accept that you deserve appreciation. Okay, somebody in the house says, I am appreciated. I want to hear that.
I am appreciated.
Okay, so I think you can do louder than that. I am appreciated.
I am appreciated.
Okay, so if you are struggling and you don't know if you are appreciated, if it's just you or your feelings are right, wrong, okay? So let's talk about the signs that you are truly feeling unappreciated. Are you ready? Yes? 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 Okay, so sign number 1. Okay, you feel, okay, so what we're doing, if you are new to the channel, is we're going through a toolkit. Okay, so I'm going through the toolkit. I'm having a conversations with you. I am running through each of the items so you can comment. Okay, Coach Marife, you're awake. Okay, let me just give a shout out to Coach Marife. Congratulations for everything that you are doing. Okay, spearheading and leading our team in Region 8. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, we can, yes, yes. All right. So we can give a shout out to Coach Marife and to all our kindred coaches in Region 8. Okay, let me know in the chat box if you are appreciating Region 8 individuals, Region 8 coaches, Region 8 coaching practitioners, and of course the Region 8 people who gives us open door, who opens the door for us. So maybe you are not yet a coach, you are not yet part of Life Coach Philippines, but you are helping the doors to be open for Region 8 Life Coaching Center. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay, sign number 1. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay, are you excited to feel, okay, the signs and accept the signs?
Number 1.
Number 1, you feel resentment towards someone in your life. Okay? If you're feeling resentful towards someone, you might be feeling unappreciated. This is specifically true if they haven't recently done anything obvious to upset you. For example, okay, the person is saying, what have I done? Sounds familiar? I'm not doing anything. Why do you feel bad? Why do you complain? Why do you seem to have a lot of demands? Okay? Why do you feel agitated? Why are you irritated? Why it seems that, small things you give it a big fuss? Because the truth is, you are feeling the resentment. And why are you resentful? Why do you feel that? It's because to begin with, there's already a feeling of unappreciation that is boiling inside of you. Do I get a yes?
Yes.
And you are now starting to be quiet. Can you hear that?
Number 1 sign.
That's number 1 signs, by the way. All right. So how many of you have experienced? I have 5 signs. Okay. The toolkit provides you 5 signs. And if you are a coaching practitioner, a coaching professional, it's going to be great if you can walk through your client with the signs, because oftentimes our clients, you probably would feel that maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am just like, it's an OA thing, or maybe I'm just being too sensitive, okay? And when you are used to experiencing emotional invalidation, sometimes you feel you are just being sensitive, you are just overreacting, but truly you are starting to feel unappreciated. Do I get a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2 signs. if you are feeling, you know this feeling when you are in a relationship and you feel that it's just you doing the works to maintain or to keep the relationship going. Hashtag one-sided affair. Wow. One-sided relationship. Okay? Sometimes you feel that the other person, your partner, okay, the other person is not doing anything to keep the relationship going, striving, or exciting. And common words would be, ako na lang ba lagi? Are you just waiting for me to take an action? Am I doing all the plans here? Don't you have any plans for me? Sounds familiar? Hashtag, ouch. Wow. Okay, hello, Coach Lady Jen. Thank you for joining me live right now. Okay, if you can relate and you have a different version of this, I would appreciate you sharing it in the comment. How many of you have experience going back and forth with your partner and you complain and you demand that they do something more? Now you're quiet. That you hope, you just hope they can do a little more better. Or maybe they just remember the things that they used to remember about you. Maybe they start to remember again that you love a particular food, you love to see a particular kind of movie, a particular show. Yes, do I get a yes? And people are quiet. It feels like it's coaching for the soul. But this is okay. So why is that so? Sometimes it feels like you're being demanding, you are overreacting, you are fault finding, but truly these are signs that you are feeling unappreciated in the relationship. Because if the other person or your partner is appreciating you, they don't even have to exert too much. Yes. Now you know we're very much live here. Okay? But the reason why you're demanding, kind of demanding, the reason why you're starting to be vocal, the reason you're starting to be expressive this time is because you're feeling that it's already becoming a one-way ticket. Do I get a yes? Connecting? Yes. Can you hear that? That's Coach Sean Dihoya, the man from Pasig City. All right, signs number 3. Are you ready? Yes. You're not being thanked for your efforts or contribution. Oh my goodness. How many of you have felt that way, that you have done a lot of things, that you have carried the load, that you have shown all your strength and you are acting like a superhero, and then at the end of the day, you're not being thanked? Ooh. Your efforts are not recognized. And this is often this is the scenario at home or at work. At home, wives, they will say, where's my bonus? Yeah. Or mothers would say, hey, can you just give me a hug, kid? Can you just give mom a hug? How many of you feel felt that your kids just run through the day without even thinking if you are still alive? Parents, how many times you felt that your children are just running through the house and they come and see you for the things that they need, but they don't really appreciate you? Ouch. Ouch. It feels like they only need you for something like money, allowance. How many of you corrects? Parents? What about children? How many of the children feels that they're not appreciated by parents and they're just being like trophy? Yes. Okay, that they have to perform. So parents are happy, and if they don't perform, parents don't appreciate them for who they are. How many of you can connect? Okay, these are signs of being unappreciated. Okay, So how many times you, parents really, how many times you've thanked the children for washing the dishes, for cleaning the house, for even finishing their school for the day, for showing up at home and not going out in there with their barcadas and drinking session. How many of you just, say, I'm glad you're home. Thank you. Thank you that at the end of the school, you're here. Or how many of you have thanked your spouse, your partners, and say, thank you for working. Thank you for providing. Or how many of you here, you have been waiting for that thank you moment? How many of you here have been waiting for that particular, for that important person in your life, your loved one, to say thank you? Do I get a yes?
Yes.
Okay. At work, how many times you do an extra mile, you contribute more, but it feels like it's just your work, it is your responsibility, and you have to do it. And people don't recognize the extra mile, the extra effort, the extra sauce that you give for everything to flow at work. If you are one person and you're waiting for that, yes, and thank you, please give me a comment, hashtag letter A. Hello, Coach Tintin. I can see you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, sign number 4. You aren't asked for your opinion. It feels like your opinion don't matter, your thoughts don't matter. It feels like you don't matter. You feel unappreciated. Your your ideas are less valued or not valued at all. Or maybe you feel that whenever you talk, nobody pay attention, nobody listen, or nobody gives you a thumbs up, or nobody say, "Oh, great, you can contribute." Or worse, if they give you this look, "Oh, now you're talking." How's that? How many of you can connect? Okay. How many times you've been asked, do you really know what you're talking about? Are you part of the conversation? Hashtag emotional invalidation. And whenever you receive that, whenever you hear that, how many of you would agree with me that you feel unappreciated? Do I get a yes? Yeah, great. Signs number 5, the other person isn't making time for you. Oh. If someone never seems to have the time for you and they're always busy, isn't it true that you feel unappreciated? Okay? This is especially true, okay, parents, when your children come and tell you, "Mom, Dad, can you do this? Can we go with that? I'm busy. I have a lot of things to do. Can't you see?" And sometimes, parents, we can give this kind of look to our children when they enter our room. Especially if you are one parent, say, "Please knock, I'm busy. Can't you see I'm working?" How many of you can connect? Hashtag guilty. What about you feeling that every time the phone rings, it's a burden? Or somebody makes you feel it's a burden. Yan. When you start seeing the person, when you start knowing who's calling, you start feeling the burden. Or what if the person is making you feel you are the burden? How many times you heard this? Yes. Why? What do you need? And you feel unappreciated, right? Come on now. How many of the 5 signs resonates with you? All. Do you get a 1/5 or a perfect 5/5? Now, if you are getting a 5/5, can you please say yes to yourself and say, "Yes, self, we've got to do something." Okay, please type in the chat box. Self, we've got to do something. Self, there's something that we must be doing. Self, this must end. Self, we have to end the emotional invalidation. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of strategies. Again, if you are a coaching practitioner, you are a coaching professionals, know that what we can do with our clients is to host a safe space, help them through the process, guide them through, and the following strategies can probably help them, um, or help them. I believe it can help them. But again, okay, one strategy may not work with all of your clients. So be creative. Yeah, you can create, you can curate, you can repurpose the materials, but just so you know, okay, there are many things that we can do to help other people start feeling appreciated. And if you are one person who wants that, give me an A. Okay, so we're gonna go through the strategies number now. The strategy number one. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Ready? Determine what is happening that makes you feel unappreciated. It means you've got to be bold, you've got to be courageous, you've got to be honest, you've got to be humble so that you can pin down the times you feel unappreciated. What is exactly happening? Who is involved? Who is making you feel unappreciated? What is being said? What is not said? Like, for example, at homes, okay? Mothers, how many times you're guilty that it is your husband who makes you feel unappreciated? But you're scolding your children, you're reprimanding your children, you're irritated with your children. So if you want for things to change, you have to determine what is really the thing, what is really the cause, what is really the source of your feeling unappreciated. Do I get a yay? Do I get a yes? Do I get an A?
A.
Yay, yay, A.
A.
Number two, determine, this is good, okay? Determine what would happen to have, determine what would have to happen for you to feel appreciated. What needs to change? What has to be done? Or what needs to be said? Because oftentimes you feel, I'm not appreciated, but you're not able to verbalize. You're not able to express. You're not able to share what needs to happen. Or should I say, you're not clear of your expectations. Now, if you want things to change, you've got to be able to have a clear picture of the change that you want to happen. How would it look like? How would it feel? How would it sound if you feel appreciated? So that the other person will also know if improvements is happening. Number three, try being appreciative more, okay? Or appreciate more. It means that whatever you give will always come back to you, right? So if you want the entire place to change and there's gonna be more appreciation, why don't you start doing it? Okay? It might sound a little bit, why will I appreciate more? I'm not appreciated. Yes, I heard you. But sowing and reaping principle works. So if you want other people to appreciate you, maybe you also have to check, are you appreciating them? If you want more appreciations to come into your space, why don't you give out appreciations more? Not only in your space, but to other spaces. Maybe it's hard to the person next to you who's not appreciating you. But what if you can try to see using dynamic perspective? What is good with that person? Maybe the person is not appreciating your contribution at home, but the person is still providing for you. The person is still looking after you. The person is still protecting you. Maybe the person is, not bad at all. Maybe. And if you want more appreciation, and if you're struggling to appreciate the people around you, why don't you appreciate the people you probably have not in contact for the longest time? What about the relative? What about the old friend? An old teacher, an old boss, a former boss, a mentor, a coach, somebody who have helped you in the past. And probably you have lost contact for some time. Maybe it would help if you start appreciating more and that appreciation comes back to your space. Are you ready for number four? Strategy strategy number 4, be open about your needs. It's always better to communicate your needs than to just remain upset and quiet. It is better to tell the other person what you're feeling. Now, the trick here or the strategy here is that for you to be able to offer a solution and be willing to listen to a particular response. So it means that this is what you think. You're willing also to listen what the other person thinks. So you can maybe not meet halfway, but at least you both know that you are working together for a solutions to happen. Point number 5. Consider changing your behavior. Huh? Why would I change? Because when you change, definitely something will change. If your actions aren't appreciated, perhaps what you're doing doesn't matter to the other person. Your time might be better spent in other ways. There's always ways or possibilities for you to expand what you're doing right now. Now, you probably have seen the signs, and I've shared with you a couple of strategies. But truly, I want to go back and circle back to the reality. If you are not appreciated, if you feel unappreciated, my question, the big question truly is, do you appreciate yourself? Do you appreciate yourself enough? Okay, there's a part of the toolkit that says there, okay, if you can read it, pause and reflect. And I want you to pause and reflect right now, right here, and really consider how much of you, the part of you, you appreciate. You ask people, you demand people, you require people, you expect others to appreciate you. But how much of you appreciates you? If you want to overcome an appreciation, really get started with yourself. When was the last time you appreciate yourself? When was the last time you appreciate your talents, your skills? When was the last time you appreciate what you have done, what you have accomplished? Or when was the last time you appreciate your failures and you said to yourself, self, congratulations, we're making it. We're bouncing back. We're getting better. When was the last time you face a partner, an office mate, or you face a colleague with a new sense of greatness, that you feel great, that you feel proud of who you are or what you are becoming? We attract the very people that gives us a mirror of what we refuse to see in ourselves. We attract these people because we ourselves are doing it to us. If you want them, if you want others to appreciate you, learn how to appreciate you first. Overcoming unappreciations begins with the realization and acceptance that the person inside of you deserves appreciation. Imperfect, maybe not not everything you're doing is excellent, maybe not 100% great, but that's part of the very person you need to appreciate. Unique, different, bouncing back, trying, hardworking. There's so much in you that needs appreciation. And if you lack appreciation, start with you. Appreciate who you are, appreciate your space, appreciate the people around you, and maybe appreciate that you're still alive. And tomorrow can be a better day. Today is the end of all the unappreciation. And tomorrow, you can overflow with appreciation, starting with you saying A to yourself. So everybody, let's say A. A. All right? Hashtag A. Okay, A. And say, I deserve A. I deserve A, and I can give A. And if I know I deserve A and I can give A, then my space will be full of A. So good night, everyone. This is Master Coach A. Thank you so much for being part of episode 71. I'll see you again tomorrow for day 72. But for now, let's say A! Lava boom, lava boom, lava boom. Have a great, great rest. You are appreciated. Hashtag A. Bye-bye.
Bye.